Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Peach Podcast with Seductive Peach. We have a very special guest in the house today, my bro BHILLZ. He is a very super talented music artist. Welcome to the show, BHILLZ. How are you today?
I'm good. I appreciate you having me.
Oh, most definitely. I'm glad we were finally able to do this.
Yeah, for real, it's been
It
a long
seems
time
like,
coming.
yes, too long coming. I'm trying to, okay, I think, hang on, let me change this format a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah, that's a little better.
it's not so up close.
That was the first time I've ever tried that format, so I didn't know how it was gonna come out. But anyway, I was like, "Whoa." So, first off, please introduce yourself, tell everyone where you're from and how you got started in music.
All right, I'm a recording artist and also like do streamings and stuff. I go by BHILLZ. I'm originally from Texas. I grew up out in Houston, but I've been in St. Louis for about almost 2 years now. um like I made music a lot whenever I was younger and stuff, like a teenager and stuff. I used to write lyrics a lot and stuff like that, but then once I got my 20s and I had kids, then it was kind of one of those things that I had to kind of step back from and stop doing it. But then about like 2 years ago, me and my baby mama got a divorce. So like a lot of like, I mean, fathers get kind of pushed out the household and like that and stuff. So I was kind of like left with a void, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm,
and so I came up here to St. Louis, and I just started I just kind of fell back into making music as
mhm,
kind of a way to kind of cope, I guess. I
mhm.
wasn't really like making it to really like put out music. I was just kind of just recording stuff on my phone on BandLab at first, just
Mhm.
kind of.
Yeah, like like therapy. Music is definitely can be very good therapy, most definitely.
Yeah. And then it just kind of went from that, and I just started kind of releasing it, and then seeing how people reacted to it, and 3 albums later, 2 years, 3 albums later, here I am.
Mhm, that's what's up. And you have a new album dropping, right? Or a new single that just came out?
Yeah, the album I released about 2 months ago. It's a self-titled album. It's just called Be Hills. But
Mhm.
we just released the video for the first single off the album. It's called Love Comes, Love Goes. We released it actually on Halloween. It's me featuring T33, which T33 is like a R&B soulful artist out here in St.
Mhm.
Louis, and
Okay.
it's shot, directed, and edited by Young Teasy, and
Mhm.
co-directed by Andre Cheers and inspired by Nerd Visuals, and it's also starring Cashapp, which Cashapp is also an artist out here in St. Louis that's all part of Quality Music Management. So major shout outs to Quality Music Management for sure.
Most definitely. So we actually have your YouTube in the queue. We're gonna pull up so we can hear that new single you just dropped from the album, new album. The new album's Be Hills. Everyone make sure y'all go check it out. What are the platforms everyone can check that out on?
It should be on all platforms, on everywhere like Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music, yeah, a bunch of other ones that I don't even know. I just know that it should be everywhere.
Right, right,
Know?
right. That's what's up. So make sure when y'all check out B Hills, you do it with the Z, not a S. It's B
Yeah,
Hills. A
yeah, and
B
it's all
I,
one word too.
I mean BHILLZ, and it's all one word. That's right.
Yeah.
Make
Which
sure
I thought
you.
about that after the fact. I was like, I should have maybe made it cause to like a B and then hills, but I just didn't. I just
Well,
so
you
it's
know
too
what?
late to change it now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's original like that, and I would like it like that.
Yeah,
I think it actually goes even better for an artist name like that than to have it
yeah.
separate.
Just sometimes people call me Bills. They'll be like, "Welcome, Bills." I'm just like,
That's funny, okay. Mhm. Like, that don't even sound the same, what?
uh,
Okay. So how long ago did you start music? You said you actually started before 2 years ago. You really started, like, when you were younger, when you were a kid?
yeah, yeah. I started really writing whenever I was like 11, 12. But at that time, like I
Mhm.
was too kind of shy to really let anybody really hear any of my music, until I
Mhm.
was like probably about
Right.
17, 18. And then I was like 17, 18. I was like selling weed and stuff. So I would just like sit like pass my mixtape out to people, that came about
Right.
weed and start doing it like that. But then in my early 20s, I kind of stopped doing it. So I stopped really making music for probably almost like 10 years, until
Okay. Oh yeah,
until
that was a
20.
while. That was a long break. Mhm.
Yeah. Because it was kind of one of those things like I always loved music, but also
Mhm.
at the same time in those 10 years, like
Mhm.
I started like I've been clean for 2 years now, but like
Mhm.
I was like for those 10 years, I was really kind of fell deep in this
Mhm.
like drugs and just doing shit, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Right, right.
so
So this was definitely really good therapy for you, this music. Most definitely, even to get sober, which is amazing and awesome, I think.
yeah.
This track, y'all, is called Love Comes, Love Goes. I do love the title of that. It's
I appreciate it.
very, it
And
definitely
I
catches
made
the eye.
yeah, I made the beat too. I produced the beat on this too. So
Okay, Mr. Producer, let me find out. And a producer too.
yeah,
I've got a hot date with a sexy
only
merman in
produced
3 minutes.
so
Hey,
far
do you
though.
get my Undertale?
You
But
put
I am a
deodorant down
the
there?
artist.
It's not just
I just like I don't know. I just love singing music too.
Love comes, love goes. BHILLZ album.
I don't wanna get too close. You know, I gotta let you.
Love comes, love goes. Love got me addicted like a drug. My emotions don't know which way to go. I'm so sick and tired of all this toxic love. I thought what we had and shared would last forever. Showed you my heart too quick, I should've known better. Gave up my everything to let you know you're special. But that didn't mean anything, your mind changed to whatever. Gave you my support and cancel my business schedule. So you can be comfortable and get full attention. Two rules by spirit, providing full protection. Nothing on this path I can see myself regretting. I'm still grateful from the learning of those heavy lessons. A love that was too deadly, commitment wasn't ready, foundation wasn't steady. Those options way too many. Toss my heart up like confetti. Talk the meaning of forgetting. Love comes, love goes. Love got me addicted like a drug. My emotions don't know which way to go. I'm so sick and tired of all this toxic love.
Try to talk to her, I don't think it's getting through. Cause she just switches moods, turns to this different person when she's in the room in front of me rehearsing who she wants to be. And then she fronts to me like she's wanting me, but she just wants to see how far I'm willing to take it. Girl, I must be smarter, what you thinking? With all her mind games, trying to find how I think, but she can't even keep her own lies straight. She's just walking in the shoes of somebody else, and she's fronting like she don't need nobody's help. But there's an emptiness inside where her body felt love and compassion. Before these drugs she attached with, there was love and compassion. Before these drugs she attached with.
Love comes, love goes. Love got me addicted like a drug. My emotions don't know which way to go. I'm so sick and tired of all this toxic love.
That definitely was a really good track. I think it was
I appreciate it.
definitely the production was definitely done very well. Um, like even your guys's acting and body movements in it. It definitely set the tone for it more, which is important. You want people to feel your music when they hear it, and I definitely felt that one. Like I have
I
to say, that's
appreciate it.
probably one of my favorites, new favorites of yours,
I
for sure.
appreciate it. That means a lot coming from you. I appreciate it. Yeah,
Very
like I
welcome.
actually did
I'm
like
like
all.
listening. I'm sorry not to interrupt you, but I'm listening to your voice in that, and I'm like, wow, this is really his voice. Like you didn't use no auto tune in that.
No, I don't be using any auto tune or nothing. I actually did all the engineering on that track too. Like
Wow.
yeah, like all the mixing and mastering and stuff. I did it. I did everything. I'm a one man band. You know what I'm saying? But I got a
Oh,
team though.
I
So I
do
can't
know
say
what you're saying. I definitely know what you're saying. I'm a one band woman. I get it. But I can't. I'm like, wow. Like I definitely feel like that really brings out your voice. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
I appreciate it.
it really brings out your voice. That track right there. And I don't
Yeah.
know why. Make me search your name again. I guess this crazy thing. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna play. Do you have any other tracks on here you would like to play? Let's see.
Um, I don't really have any. I just have regular songs. I don't really have any other videos. I got another video that's coming out January 11th, but that's the only video that I have right now.
Oh, okay. You've done mental health song too. I see. Outro for
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
pretty dope.
I've done a bunch of different little songs, but that's really the only really official video that I have. Most of the other stuff is kind of like you like the go up real quick
Uh-huh.
to the it's just see the one here yeah, right there where it says the BHILLZ, right there where it says live perform, or no, not that one, go down. I think it was under that
Mm-hmm.
one. It's keep going. I think it's right there where it says love comes, love goes, BHILLZ live performance. If you want to click that one, it's on it's just the cell phone footage, but this is actually a couple of weeks ago. It's
Oh well.
we actually performed it live or whatever. Me and T33. It was out in St. Louis. The footage
The
isn't
next
the
one,
best, but
we got a video coming out. It drops October 31st. This is Love Goes featuring T33.
I'm really feeling this track though. I really am. I'm feeling this track for real.
I appreciate it.
I don't want to get too close. Yeah. I gotta let
The
you
footage is kind
go.
of messed up though.
Love goes, love got me addicted like a drug. My emotions don't
It's a
know which
great
way to
collab. He
go.
has a
I'm
really good
so
voice.
sick and tired of all this toxic
Yeah.
love. I don't what we had to share, but that's whatever. So shoot my heart so quick, I should've known better. Gave up my everything to let you know you're special. But this dictator think your mind straight to whatever. Can't get my support and cancel my business schedule. Yeah. So you can be comfortable and get all attention. Two rules my spirit, provide full protection. Nothing's on this path, I can see myself again. I'm so grateful for the life you never said your lessons. A love that was so good, it wasn't great. You know, vision wasn't steady. You know, something way too busy. Toss my heart up like a baby. Talk to me and love comes, love goes. Love got me addicted like a drug. My emotions don't know which way to go. I'm so sick and tired of all this toxic love. I talk to her, I don't think he's getting through. Cause she just switches modes. Turns to a different person. When she's in the room, in front of me rehearsing who she wants to be. And
she just wants to see how far I'm willing to take it. Girl, I must be smart. What you thinking? With all her mind games, trying to find out how I think. But she can't even keep her own life straight. She's just walking in the shoes of somebody else. And she's fronting like she don't need nobody's help. But there's an emptiness inside where her body felt love and compassion. The only drug she attached with.
Yeah, I wish I had a better video of it.
There was love and compassion. The only drug she attached with. Love comes, love goes. Love got me addicted like a drug. My emotions don't know which way to go. I'm so sick and tired of all this toxic love. Love comes, love goes. Love got me addicted like a drug. My emotions don't know which way to go. I'm so sick and tired of all this toxic love.
Yay!
But I wish we had a better video of it. We're gonna have to get do like a, you know what I mean, something that's not like on a cell phone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, most definitely. But that's good for the meantime. If anything, I think they should have just kept their phone like this way, like the long way, the rectangle.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, and I think it just would have probably been, then it's not like going back and forth, and plus you usually get more of the background even when you do it like this.
Yeah.
But most definitely, because there is, you can use the phone. A lot of people use phones nowadays. It's just a matter of sometimes how you use them, knowing what angles, what lighting, all that stuff too. So, and also the camera person has to move with you. So if you're moving, they have to move too. You know what I'm saying? They can't just stay still. So to get the better angles. So
yeah,
but most definitely, I love the crowd reaction. You had some good crowd reaction, even if it was all your friends. That's great support. That's awesome to have that kind of support when you're an artist. Sometimes it's hard to really get good, genuine support nowadays. So that's definitely pretty dope too.
A song that if you want to play, I got this. You could type in BHILLZ High Off Money. It's actually, we just shot the video for it last Saturday. I don't have the video yet, but the song it should be on there. But the video is gonna be dope. We shot the video in Bugs Wireless Smoke Shop, which is out in St. Louis. So major shout outs to them. The video is gonna be dropping January 11th, which I know it's a minute. I wanted to, because I be wanting to put. I think go down. It's gonna be like it's gonna have the album cover. Those are all like just little streams. I'll be doing a lot of streams.
Right.
It should
Well,
have the album cover.
Right. It's something for now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's the live one. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the actual.
It should. If you scroll down, it should have like because the album, the songs are out, so it'll just be Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, it's that one. It's actually off the album that I put out. I think I put out like 4 months ago. This is Crossroad Bounds, which is kind of weird that I skipped. That I'm just kind of.
I got something coming up.
I put out, like I said, like I put out three albums like back to back. So I kind of got to a point where I was like, man, I gotta really stop making music and start making videos, because I feel like you could keep flooding songs and songs, but people don't really see them like that. You know what I mean? Just like I put out that Love Comes
Something kind of big.
Yeah, you really need the promo like between each album too. So it's definitely important. In order to get really good promo too, it's good to have the visuals. In 2024, everything is visual. We're visual beings. So it's definitely very important to have visuals. And so that was very good thinking. You should definitely make more videos. But you still have a lot of great music. You're off to an amazing start. So, now the next thing is just videos. You know, you get them visuals together. Once you get them visuals together, you'll have even more stuff to promo too, you know?
Yeah, like this video is actually already done. It's just they just don't want to put it. They were one to release it on like March 11th, and I had to press them to try to get January 11th, you know, because I was like, because they really want to just keep pushing that Love Comes Love Goes as much as they can, but the way I looked at it, I was like, man, you know, like, because the Love Comes Love Goes is it's like a good song, and those are like the really songs that really mean more to me, the real songs talking about real things like heartbreak and type stuff like that. But I feel like this song High Off Money is more like shows like me as a rapper, you know what I mean? That's why I want to put this song out and the video out.
So this is more of like a rapper song, and the other one's more of like your singing style. And you know, I think the Love Comes, Love Goes, they probably want you to keep playing because I can hear that definitely being a hit, you know? So yeah, most definitely that's probably why as well. So I definitely would go with that and keep pushing it as much as possible for sure.
Yeah, like that's what I told them. I was like, we can just push them both. You know? I was like,
right. But it is important sometimes to do like, you want to drop one single at a time and maybe have that promo in between first, you know, and then also, you know, have your promo in between your albums, your marketing and advertising, because without that, you're not going to have enough viewers or enough streams and stuff like that, you know, or enough ticket sales for that matter, because there wasn't enough promo done for people to find out who you are or where to go listen to you, you know. So the promo is like number one key that I can't stress enough to artists. But I will definitely get a style of your rapping. We just got a style of your singing. So you do multiple different genres.
Yeah, for sure. Like I always say, like, I'm not a rapper, I'm just an artist that can rap. You know?
Right. All right, this one's called High Off Money, everybody.
Smoking on that diesel now. I'm so high I can't see the ground. So fly can't be seen around. So I will be leaving now. Smell like I've been held a pound. There's nothing you can tell me now. Let's just need another round. I see these evils all around. Phoning me the speakers loud. I'm chiefing on a reefer cloud. Till my eyes are bleeding now. Now you see what we about. Make it rain in the drought. Like a plane on a route or a train going south. In my brain there's no doubt. There's no way to make it out if you stay up on the couch watching days losing count. Purple haze got my mind in an herbal maze. I'm trying to get my money right, but I ain't learned a thing. I'm sipping on a bloody Sprite, and I say what I wanna when I'm blazing marijuana. Got my eyes so low, got it feeling like a sauna. Getting high off money, better hide your money, cause that hydro money leave your eyes off money. Smoking on that granddaddy, I roll up a 2 gram fatty. Rolling in the sedan, averaging 100 above. I'm traveling, above, unraveling. Take a puff from the blunt, I'm out of it. The bass got this whole place rattling. So you can hear us before we approach it. Got the perp, I'm about to go and pour me up a potion. If it has to do with money, I'ma need my portion. I don't give a fuck, I'm trying to make a fucking fortune. Got the cameras up, guns just like a fortress. Got the hammer tucked, I refuse to fucking forfeit. Tell me what you want, is it really fucking worth it? Spitting all these letters in these words like a word. Say what you wanna, I'ma blaze marijuana with my eyes so low, got it feeling like a sauna. Getting high off money, better hide your money, cause that hydro money leave your eyes all bloody. Only smoke the finest grade, top class, highest grade, no class, highest paid. Why ask, my eyes are glazed. Oh yeah, my mind is dazed. Been over a couple days, stuck up in this maze, fucked up, just the same. So I chunk the deuce up, throw on them stunning shades. They're just happy to have New Year. Hit the block, stuck for days, got it locked, fucking safe, but shit wasn't safe. Wasn't trying to be rude, we just moved at a different pace. We moving miles, not rulers, gotta go our different ways. I'm not mad that I knew you, just knew something had to change. I got bills to pay, look like I ain't slept for days, so I'm about to levitate, take out the garbage medicated. Say what you wanna, I'ma blaze marijuana with my eyes so low. Got it feeling like a sauna getting hot. Off money, better hot. Your money, cause that hydro money leave your eyes off. Say what you wanna, I'ma blaze marijuana with my eyes so low. Got it feeling like a sauna getting hot. Off money, better hot. Your money, cause that hydro money leave your eyes off. Say what you wanna, I'ma blaze marijuana with my eyes so low. Got it feeling like a sauna getting hot. Off money, better hot. Your money, cause that hydro money leave your eyes all blooded.
Yeah, but we got the video coming out, and that's also going to be shot and directed by Tizzy. So major shout out to Quality Music Management for sure. And I did all the engineering and mixing on that
Your
one too.
small business has unlimited potential. Spectrum Business is built.
Come on, stop. Stupid thing when you stop for me.
No, I'll be hating that on my stream and stuff. I'll be hating that.
I'll be like, I don't care who sees me get mad. That thing is so frustrating. So I know it's like I gotta go ahead and just fit it in the budget to pay for no commercials when I do my show.
I know. I like went through it and I like did the little free month trial thing. And I opened like 3 different emails getting them, and then I just gave up. I was just like, whatever.
I know it's like, it's definitely frustrating, but I digress. So let's see, we got, okay, cool. It did take me back to your playlist. Cool. We're gonna play one more track. I was gonna say, wanted to play that, I guess. Let's see. Love Too Much, Exhale, Hating, In the Air.
We could do Hating. Hating is actually the next video that I'm gonna drop. Is after but
okay.
Hating.
This is gonna be the next video you drop or next one you do?
Yeah, we haven't shot it yet. We're probably gonna shoot it in probably February. But yeah, this is good. This is actually probably one of my best.
This sounds reaching millions.
It's like rapping and shit. Like this is probably one of like the best, like as far as like lyrics and bars go and stuff. Yeah, because the way that I wanted to do it was.
Before we move forward,
Now go ahead.
Go ahead.
All I was just
no, you go ahead.
That because like Love Comes Love Goes is like. I feel like it's a good, like you were saying, like it's like a good commercial type song, you know what I mean? Like something that could be, and then the High Off Money songs, because like I'm a super pothead, so I wanted people to know that, you know what I mean? Because if you just heard the first song, Love Comes Love Goes, you might not really think of me as like a rapper and like that type stuff, So I wanted to really put that down, and then this song is really just me being like just rapping my ass off pretty much. Like, you know what I mean? Like I got songs where I'll be rapping fast. Like I'm not rapping fast on it, but as far as like bars and then talking about some real shit, like this is probably one of my favorite songs right here.
I was just gonna say, what inspired you to make Love Comes, Love Goes?
I was in a really toxic relationship, like after me and my baby mama split up, I kind of went off the deep end a little bit, and I got in a relationship with this girl, and I ain't never really been in a relationship with somebody else that was also like an addict. Like I was always kind of like the addict in the relationship and would kind of hide it from the others. So for the first time, it was kind of like I was with somebody, and at first it was kind of fun. Like it was like, oh, I got somebody to party.
Right.
But then, of course, what I mean?
That's a disaster together, right?
So it turned out to be really just like toxic. And it's crazy because the girl that inspired that song is also the same girl who like motivated me to start making music again. She was like, you need to start making music. But then as soon as I started making music, then she like just hated it, and because you know what I mean, I spent all my time making music and I wasn't paying attention, and you know what I mean, and would sit there and just be all like, and it turned from being like, oh, you're great at this to you suck, just give up on it, you're horrible, you won't ever make it, like shit.
Oh my God.
And,
I think, it's important to remember. It's funny you brought that up because I think it's just important to remember to point out real quick that it's so important, whether you're a music artist or whatever it is you do, no matter how busy you get in your daily lives, to remember if you do have a significant other, to give them that attention and affection that they need, because sometimes that's what lacks in relationships mostly is people get so consumed with what's going on in their own lives that they don't realize, well, might not be showing this person now enough attention, or we might not be going out as much as we used to, or we might not be doing this no more because I'm so consumed and wrapped up in my work, or because I'm so consumed in my music, so it's just important to remember if you're going to be with somebody, you got to try to balance it out. You got to try to balance out your time and your attention,
And I feel like something to add to what you're saying, like it's hard. Like I can understand how it can be hard to be with like somebody who is an artist. You know what I mean? Because most people that are artists, you know what I mean? Like we're kind of like, it's almost like it's like whenever, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna kind of pour all your heart into stuff, and most of the time, a lot of artists, not all of them, but a lot of artists are like sensitive or emotional in ways, you know what I mean? And that's kind of how they intertwine into to be an artist, and you know what I mean? Because if you don't have like if you're not like an emotional person, or you're not like a sensitive person, you know what I mean, it's hard to really be able to pour that into anything. You know what I mean? Like if you're just stiff bored, you're not going to make good music or have good art like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, most definitely agree. Yeah, you definitely have to pour your heart into it. Like if you're going to be an artist, you do have to eat, breathe, sleep music. Don't get me wrong. Like to really be an artist and be able to get somewhere, but when you have important people in your life, you got to remember too to balance that time and attention, because then, one day you could become famous with your music and look back and be like, wow, I have all this money now, all this fame now, and no one even share it with. Because I was too busy wrapped up with my music, so, sometimes you got to also, pick your battles, so to speak, or pick your choices, so to speak, wisely when it comes to, if it's someone you really love and care about, they're worth it.
Sure. So. Yeah. And it's like one of those things that like my music's like organic, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean that's like, it's like a reflection of like my life or my feelings or whatever.
Right. It's like a story about your life too.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a lot of times, you know what I mean? Like, it might be kind of hard to accept, like some of the songs like that Love Comes, Love Goes song. You know what I mean? Like like I always wondered, like, because the girl that like it's kind of loose, it's really kind of based off a couple girls, you know what I'm saying? But even just like, like with the bars, like I'd be wondering like what they really think about it, because I know that they be hearing it because they be following me on, but the people but that's one thing that I noticed too is like the people that know you personally are like the least people to like really like or comment on anything. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I definitely know what you mean. And it's insane because it's like the ones that you are closest to you think would be the ones supporting you the most. And it's usually the opposite. It's usually like strangers and stuff that are supporting you more than anybody.
And so it's like popular to support you. That's what I noticed too, like a lot of people, like I remember like 2 years ago whenever I was first putting out my music, and of course like I was trying to send it to people that I knew personally, and be like, hey, check this out, and they just, you know what I mean, whatever. But then like once I started getting a little motion going with other people, like, you know what I mean, like strangers and stuff, then like those same people will be like, send me a message or something. And that's the part that gets me, is because like those, like instead of like leaving a comment being like, oh, I love your music, or like putting a little heart, they'll send a message and be like, oh yeah, man, I'm feeling your music, man, da, 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 da. But it's like, man, I want to know because you ain't ever liking it,
Right. Like until you start getting a little motion, then all of a sudden you're seeing them likes and stuff from the people that you're closer to. And it's like, Where were y'all when I was really struggling and coming out the mud? Period.
And it's just like I seen this meme, and it said that it was like people they won't support you publicly. They talk about you privately.
Oh, amen to that.
You know, I was like, that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
for sure.
And smile in your face.
The darkness of bipolar depression made me feel like life was moving on without me.
Okay. It's not Monday.
I just wanna.
But yeah, this video
I
is
just
going
wanna
to probably
thank
be out sometime in March. If I can help it, it'll be out in March, but it might be later.
and keeping me motivated.
Those are your vocals?
Yeah.
Keep doing this right here.
Well, that's you talking.
So thank
That's
you.
me talking right there.
I'm just glad that you noticed it. Glad that you noticed it. Glad that you know I'm the shit. I'm just glad that you noticed it. Glad that you noticed it. Glad that you know I'm the shit. So keep hating. I'm just glad that you notice it. I'm in the lab flowing sick, producing hits, living on the move in the mix. I know I knew you exist. I'm just cruising the whip, stuck in traffic, losing my sits like what the fuck just happened. It's graphic, the track is a classic, so either hit that and pass that, forget all the bullshit. I'ma get where the cash at, living on the fast track. My mind is having flashbacks, riding in a hatchback, lighting super match packs, seats still at half back, windows sitting through the back, smell the endo through the back. All you gotta do to match is pass it when you through with that. Damn lights moving fast, all the cops do some raps, but I just renew my tags. So I'm just cruising past while they watching so hard it's like they stalking. Cause he bought a nice car, replacing stock rims. Hating, yeah, I get it all the time. Blazing, with bloodshot eyes. Ain't it? Just praying to the sky, so thankful be alive. I'm staying on the grind. Hating, yeah, I get it all the time. Blazing, with bloodshot eyes. Ain't it? Just praying to the sky, so thankful be alive. I'm staying on the grind. Swinging through the lanes till it got me nauseous. Beats banging so hard it leave them unconscious. Get close to the car, then you gotta be cautious. Flying through the school zone like I lost my conscience. Be honest, I feel like I'm just heartless. Working the hardest when I'm rocking the stage. It ain't hard to explain. So many artists that just tarnish the game. Internet fame got them living insane. Doing anything just to give them a play. Tweet, a hit, a view. I speak like a lit, a fuse. Take a hit or two, then I spit my views. Quitting, I refuse. I just finish when I'm through. Hating, yeah, I get it all the time. Blazing, with bloodshot eyes. Thinking, just praying to the sky, so thankful be alive. I'm staying on the grind. Hating, yeah, I get it all the time. Blazing, with bloodshot eyes. Thinking, just praying to the sky, so thankful be alive. I'm staying on the grind. Hating, yeah, I get it all the time. Blazing, with bloodshot eyes. Thinking, just praying to the sky, so thankful be alive. I'm staying on the grind. Hating, yeah, I get it all the time. Blazing, with bloodshot eyes. Thinking, just praying to the sky, so thankful be alive. I'm staying on the grind. What's that look in the eyes like a crook in the skies that you just couldn't hide? Talking all that shit to shake my hand when I arrive. Be thankful be in the room with a man on the grind. Moving big weight, every gram at a time. If it ain't about money, then you wasting my time. Blaze to get high. Days turn to nights, nights turn to mornings. 1 minute is bright, then the next minute is pouring. People you don't like, it starts to feel like they just swarming. And that girl you used to like, and now that girl is just annoying. I guess it's all life in different stories. Some live on the edge, while others going boring. Waiting for their final day of glory. At their funeral, hoping someone can find something to say it's memorable. Hating, yeah, I get it all the time. Blazing, with bloodshot eyes. Thinking, just praying to the sky, so thankful be alive. I'm staying on the grind. Hating, yeah, I get it all the time. Blazing, with bloodshot eyes. Thinking, just praying to the sky, so thankful be alive. I'm staying on the grind.
Yeah, but we'll probably be shooting the video. I think we're shooting the video
I like the background. I think it's dope. And then you rapping over it. I like that. I like the
Yeah,
style.
shout out to Larry Beats. He's the one that produced that beat. He's actually a German producer. That
Oh,
I got.
okay. That's
Like, he's dope though. You know, so everybody go follow Larry Beats for sure.
oh, for sure. He's definitely a dope producer. That sounded like really good for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to share this. Oh, we're tell everyone what else you have coming up. If you have any shows coming up, if you have any shout outs you want to give. Then I have a couple more questions for you before we wrap it up.
Okay. I don't. We have a. I don't. I know that there's like a couple shows coming up, but I actually don't remember what the dates are. I know one is in St. Louis on Washington Avenue. But I'm not. I should have seen that before I came on here. But I don't. But also everybody, y'all can tune in every Sunday. I actually do like a stream where every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central, I just do like a live stream and stuff. Like, it's not really like a podcast or anything. Like, I used to do like a podcast, but it's more just like a live stream that like I just invite people like to come on there. They can talk. We can talk about stuff, discuss things. They can promote stuff. People can send in their music and have it played live on the stream. You know what I mean? And it's just really just a platform that's open for like, you know, just any artist that just wants to network and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I've met a lot of good artists and collabed with artists on there, or there's been a lot of artists that you know, I'd play one of their songs and somebody would hear it and then they'd end up making a song together. You know what I mean? And that's really what I love is, you know what I mean, having a platform like that where, you know, like, you know, and it's all free. Like, I don't charge people to play their songs. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it might be a little bit of a wait or something, you know what I mean? But usually it's not even that much of a wait. But I just really just do it. I just love doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everybody, y'all can tune in. We stream on YouTube Music, and Twitch, and also on Facebook Live.
And on Twitch, are you also BHILLZ? Same name?
It's BHILLZ live stream on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely everyone tune in. You got multiple platforms to go follow. Make sure you guys check out BHILLZ. He's definitely a dope artist.
I appreciate it.
Pretty cool. Oh, most definitely. I think you have a lot of potential and you're definitely already doing your thing. And I'm very proud of what you've already done. And I wanted to give you your flowers while you were on the show.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Most definitely. Do you have a certain like creative process, writing process, or like recording process before you get started, like a certain routine you do?
It really like depends. Like a lot of times, like if I'm starting like with the beat and stuff like that, then I'll usually kind of just like kind of like mumble almost, you know, trying to figure out like the melody, or like, you know, like I work a lot of things like in my head and stuff, you know, because like whenever I was young, I used to just write all the time. You know what I mean? Like I had like boxes full of just papers that I would just write all the time, you know?
Right.
And then, but whenever I started making music again, it was like I would like write whenever I would like try to write something, and like I'd be like, oh, this shit's dope. And then the next day I'd go back and I would look at it and it just wouldn't make sense to me, you know? And I realized that a lot of it is because it's like the way that I'm saying it, or sometimes I might not be writing exactly what I'm saying, or my handwriting's so bad I can't read it. So I started where like I'll like kind of like punch in, you know, as I go. And then after I get the verse done, then I'll go over and do it like in a take. You know what I mean? Because I like to do it. I don't really like the punching in as far as on the final, because I like the natural of it sounding like a lot of like that hating song.
Yeah.
That's like one take. Like I didn't just do it like in one take. Like it might be the fifth or sixth take that I did, but I spit like the first verse, the hook, second verse, hook, third verse. Like I did it all like at once.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like it sounds more natural that way.
Mm-hmm.
because whenever people they just spit like 4 bars and then they go back and they spit 4 bars, their voice might sound different or the volumes, and
Right,
then
right,
it's
right.
a nightmare to really mix it down. You know what I mean?
Right, right. No, that's a really good point you actually brought up because that's definitely true. Like if you can spit as many bars as you can all at once and let it flow like that, that's definitely the better way to go, especially when you're recording. Because like you said, you might not always sound the same, exactly the same monotone you did 2 seconds ago. Like you got to make sure you also stay with, that same exact tone. So I get what you're saying. And that's a good point to make as well.
Yeah, and a lot of times people they be putting like I try to use like at the minimum like effects on my voice. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
whenever I was recording like on like BandLab on my phone and stuff, then like you know what I mean. Then of course like you're gonna want to use all the effects, but then as soon as I like got a good microphone and stuff, it's like why would you want to if you have a good clear microphone? Like why would you really want to put effects? Like I feel like people be overdoing it with effects now.
I definitely agree. I gotta say I agree because I had this one artist, he sent me some stuff and I was like, oh dude, this producer's messing up your voice. Like your voice actually sounds better naturally, like organically than it does with him trying to add all this extra auto tune. I don't even like auto tune at all. Like I tell artists don't even use it. If you really have a unique sounding voice and you're meant for this, you're not going to need a whole lot of auto tune anyway.
Yeah. And I feel like it kills like the feeling. You know what I mean? Like I really like I enjoy like a lot of like old school music because I like the listening of it, like how they would just go into like a big room and everybody's playing their instruments live and they're like, 1, 2, 3, now it's like the way that they try to make the beats and the beats are so flat and then with the voices and it's all just like robotic, like
right. It sounds like a machine with too much auto tune. Like crazy.
and that's why these artists that whenever they go perform and stuff, they just basically just have the song playing and they're like lip syncing or just yelling over their song. You know what I mean? Like whenever I perform,
I know what you mean.
Like the instrumental, like I just go up there with like the instrumental whenever I perform. You know what I mean? Just rap over the whole thing.
Yes.
And
I had artists hit me up trying to send me music, and I have an ear for this. People learn that when they interact with me because this one artist sent me some stuff. And I'm like, every single track, am I hearing right? Every single track is auto-tune over it.
Yeah.
And I asked him, send me some raw vocals. Like just send me some regular. He never delivered. Long story short.
I think a lot of it is because like I was saying, like I feel like they're not really, they don't have real studio equipment. So they try to like, not really like the mainstream artists, but a lot of these independent artists, I feel like they try to use the auto tunes to try to cover up the fact that they don't really have good quality microphones or they don't have, or they're recording it on their phone or something, which there's nothing that like, like I said, like a year and a half ago, I was recording on my phone. I just got BandLab and just doing it as something fun to do. You know what I mean? And then I just had so many songs that it's like, why don't you just put it out and see if somebody likes it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. Well, that's good. We never know. Sometimes people that might have in the past been toxic for us could have been inspiring for future or present projects, like even in our writing, in our music and all those things. So, they could be a good inspiration for other things that you just can't be with them.
Definitely.
But who are some artists or just people in general in your life that are inspiration to you?
As far as like artists go, like whenever I was like real young and stuff, like I listened to like a lot of East Coast music, like Nas, AZ, like The Firm and stuff like that. And then, like early Eminem, but like I didn't really listen to Eminem for a while. Like I don't really have nothing against them. I just kind of feel like in a way like I'm kind of outgrew him, I guess. Like as far as like music, like maturity kind of thing, because you know what I mean. But like I would say like my biggest like inspiration as far as music would be like Kanye West, you know,
Okay.
and like you know, and I know that's a you
Mhm.
know because everything that he be doing, and you know, what I mean, I don't agree with all of it, you know what I'm saying, but as far as
Mhm.
like whenever his catalog and early
Mhm.
music, because I remember whenever Kanye first came out and he was like rocking the you know polos and
Mhm.
he was so different, you know what I mean, and his music was so different, the way like he would make the beats and
Mhm.
sample the tracks and be
Right.
singing the choruses and stuff like that, and it actually like opened up the door where it was like you didn't have to be like a thug or get shot a bunch of times to be a rapper anymore. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You could be like a real artist, like somebody
Mhm.
that actually wants to create art and visuals and
Mhm.
all the aspects of it. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that's really what I would like to strive for
Mhm.
as an artist, you know,
Mhm.
and especially like being like producing my own music and engineering and
Mhm.
stuff. And cause like for the past like year, you know, like I did everything by myself and shit. And then I just recently really started working with like a good team, quality music management, and then got to a point where and at first it was kind of hard for me because I was so used to doing everything by myself that
Mhm.
it was like I because I'm like a kind of visionary person, so I'd have like a vision of it and I'd be like,
Right.
y'all don't understand, y'all ain't seeing my vision, like you know.
Mhm.
But then like even with that love comes, love goes,
Mhm.
like it's crazy whenever I think back of it because I remember making the beat and I was really like like heartbroken, like
Mhm.
rock bottom type shit whenever I made that beat, you know? So to think of it like being like in that place that I was at where I was even like, you know, like broken hearted,
Mhm.
suicidal, didn't care about shit, lost my kids, like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Really down, you
Mhm.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
And really kind of bending a lot into that. So to think of like it being going from that to like being the video and all the
Mhm.
people and then you know
Mhm.
what I mean? And everybody was just backing it and just
Oh,
like
yeah, most definitely. I think every artist is crazy, but some of their best work, all their best work is usually when they're in a lot of pain.
mhm.
Like, when they're in a lot of pain, that's when they create the best music.
Then
Um,
I feel
it
like
always
it's like
happens that way, always.
yeah, I feel like it's like a gift and a curse type thing because
Right.
it's like it's like even though like something bad like in the emotions and stuff, but it almost like freezes it though. You know what I mean? Whenever most people like I don't really know because I'm not most people, but I would think like
Mhm.
somebody that they deal with something and
Mhm.
then they move on. You know what I mean
Mhm.
with it. But I feel like whenever you make music about it, it almost freezes it. So it's
Mhm.
like every time you hear that, it's almost like you feel that emotion. So
Reminder, right.
yes, so it's kind of like it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing because it kind of makes it hard. It makes it harder not to dwell on things because you're reminded by them whenever you hear
Mhm.
it. But at the same time, it's a gift to the world because other people can relate to it, and other people are going through similar
Mhm.
situations and stuff. They can
Mhm.
listen to it, and it's inspirational to them, though. You know what
Most
I mean?
definitely. I get your point completely, and I feel like, even when you feel like that, like it's a reminder of the past. Remember, your past is what helps you grow, as a person.
Yeah,
If you let it, that is. If you don't let it keep you stuck and stagnant, and dwell in one place, it can really help you grow and become a better person, a smarter person.
yeah,
So, it is a good thing in a way, but I also get your point on how it could be a bad thing because of
yeah,
the reminder constantly. But always, like, if that's like you ever feeling that way, remember it's also like a reminder of growth, of, like you said, you didn't think all that pain you had inside was going to make a hit record.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
This is
it's
like a
definitely
hit record too we're talking about.
yeah,
So this isn't just any record. This is
yeah,
like, I think, really could take off for you. And
yeah.
so, at the end of the day, like, everything has its purpose,
Yeah, and it's definitely worth it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I could go back, I wouldn't change nothing. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
But I feel like people don't really realize like as
Mhm,
artists like what that we do sacrifice things like we do
mhm,
sacrifice you know and a
mhm,
lot of like mental health and shit like that which
mhm.
music has helped me through like all that like you know what I mean like if I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
like whenever I think back on shit like I
Mhm,
look at it because like whenever I was real young I was diagnosed like ADHD chemical imbalance all sorts of shit you know so they tried to put me on all this medicine
mhm,
but then I stopped taking the medicine, and then whenever I stopped taking the medicine was the same time that I started writing and making music all through my teenage years, you know. But then whenever I stopped making music is whenever I fell into drugs, you know what I mean? And then whenever I got out of drugs is whenever I fell back into music. So it's almost like that is my medicine, you know what I mean?
That's your drug now. Music is your drug now.
Yeah, like exactly. Like if
Pretty
I was,
much.
yeah, like it's what's helped me get through everything, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so I mean, I'm definitely thankful for it, you know, and making music and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's definitely, you know, for sure.
Shout out to Terrell. Thanks, bro, for your support. And anyone that's watching, thank you guys. Please make sure you guys like, subscribe to Seductive Peach YouTube to watch, but also subscribe to BHILLZ. That's BHILLZ on all platforms. Make sure you stream his music and everything. Definitely a really dope artist. I think, you know, you really have potential to go somewhere. Just make sure you do enough promo and advertising in between your albums and your singles, and you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But definitely shout out to everybody that supports. We appreciate you guys. And as far as the industry goes, before we wrap things up, quick question. How do you feel about everything that's happening with Diddy or, you know, Puff Daddy or like just everyone in the industry? It's like the industry as we know it is non-existent pretty much now.
Yeah.
All these things we're hearing, if they're all truths.
I think it's almost like to me personally, like I think that like the shit's been going down and stuff like that. And I honestly think that like Diddy probably just pissed off their own people and then they're throwing all this shit at him. You know what I mean? Like I don't really believe what I hear. You know what I mean? Because
you can't believe everything, but when they start pulling up facts, it kind of has you thinking.
You know, with like him and the Cassie situation, yeah, that's fucked up because I seen the video and all that shit. You know what I mean? And like yeah, like everything, you know, as far as like. But I feel like people like for some reason whenever they get like a certain amount of success or money or something, it just goes to their head or something and they just want to like control people and just do fucked up shit. And I think that the music business will make you insane if you let it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of people, especially artists, they live in like echo chambers. You know what I mean? And they surround themselves with like yes people. So they get like this big head and they just, you know what I mean?
Yes, most definitely know what you mean. And I always try to tell artists to remember no matter how big you might become or no matter how much notoriety you might get or notice, you know, whatever, you don't ever let your head get bigger than you are, your name is. And not only that, carry yourself with high self-confidence because you need that as an artist, but not so much arrogance and cockiness. You know, there is a difference between being very confident and then very cocky about it. You know what I'm saying? So there is different ways to handle different things. And I think sometimes people do too much, let that go to their head. You know, they let it go to their head like, oh, now I'm the shit, so I don't have to listen to this person or I don't have to do this, or I don't have to go to the studio, or I don't have to, but no, you still got to keep putting in all that work. Like, you know, you're not 100% there yet, you know? And then sometimes, you know, getting cocky with the wrong people in the industry, it's going to make them not even want to work with you. And then you're going to miss out on opportunities that you could have if you were more humble and not so cocky, you know?
And I think a lot of it also with like the industry and stuff is it's like the music business is like, especially in the last like few years, you know, like it's really like changed. And it's like we gotta come to a point that we like evolve with the change, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as like with these streams and us getting paid like fractions of a penny per stream, because like, you know what I mean? It's got to be a better way for artists to be able to make money and stuff, because it's like the music scene as a whole, like they like basically just open the dam, you know what I mean, with all these apps and DistroKid and all these ways for everybody to get their music on all these stream sites, which is dope, you know what I mean. But the problem is trying to find the put it in the right people's hands, you know what I mean, or your fans, your core fans, and to put it so they can find it, you know what I mean, because it's almost like it's like the floodgates open, so there's like all these artists, but like 80% of them don't really take it serious. You know what I mean? They're freestyling, they're all fucked up on drugs, thinking the shit's dope, but really it's not. You know what I mean? Like,
well, plus 90% of them are probably not putting the right promotion and stuff behind their music, so it's just gonna sit there and not really go anywhere. So it's like, promotion's so crucial in advertising and marketing. And then, a lot of artists are deceived by thinking all these streaming platforms are gonna make them all this money or they're gonna get noticed. And no, really, what artists need is major distribution, because major distribution is going to get executives looking at it. It's going to get people really in the industry looking at it. It's going to give maybe you an opportunity to either get a record label deal or even just get major distribution. You know what I'm saying? It's just there's so many, or get advertising and marketing dollars behind you because you're talented and you have major distribution. But it's like a lot of people, like, nothing's wrong with having an independent record label, but you want to have major distribution if you really want to make some kind of money off of it. And then don't really start major distribution either, though, if you don't have thousands towards your marketing and advertising campaigns, because it definitely takes a lot. But that's the thing, artists hear budget and they get scared and think like all this money, but it's like you can start off small, start off within your budget. If your budget's only $100 a month, put $100 towards a month. And then some artists just don't prioritize their budget and use their money for the right things, like promoting their music. They'll use it instead on sneakers or chains or things that they could probably hold off and wait on getting, not realizing, oh, I want it for this music video, or I want to do this for this. Not really realizing all those things can come later. Like, really what y'all need to be doing if you want your music to go somewhere and all your hard work to go somewhere is the proper promotion and marketing, so and definitely, like you said, put it in the right hands. Make sure you have it structured properly where you're getting the right promotion and advertising so it can go somewhere, but
I feel like a lot of like the best artists, like nobody will probably even ever know who they are. You know what I mean? Just because they put out some songs and it didn't really get the looks at first like they wanted, or like, you know what I mean, they didn't put the proper promotion to it or whatever the case was. So they just gave up and stopped. You know what I mean? Because people they think that it's gonna be a lot different. I think people think whenever you're like make music, it's gonna be a lot different than it really is. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
I think
you're
part
just
of
gonna
my
be
right.
like you're just gonna be open with arms, and everybody's just gonna be like, "Oh, you're so awesome! Can I get your pictures with you? Can I get an autograph and this and that?" But in reality, it's just like people be all like, "Hey, listen to my song. Hey, you have an open verse. Hey, dude, how'd you do that mix?" Like it feels like a lot of because I feel like but like back to like the industry is, I feel like it's just gotta get to a point where like we gotta get like these old timers, like these old record exec that you know what I mean, these gatekeepers that are trying to push like a certain agenda, or they only wanna work with what's safe. Like, you know what I mean? Like they'll be like, oh well, this is what is in right now. So then there's like 100 rappers all sounding like that. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, but I think also people need to realize you can be an independent artist and still get major distribution.
Yeah.
So, you don't have to sign with the record label just to get major distribution or to have it. So, it just like it does sometimes too depend who also. And at the same time, not all record labels are horrible. Like, you don't want people having or thinking like a bad reputation about your record label just because of everything else going on in the industry. You know what I mean? You want people to, still believe in your record label. Just because these record labels might have did some dirt in the past and now they're paying for it, don't mean my record label's like that. You know what I mean? So it kind of gives artists and people the idea that all record labels are evil.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it should be pointed out too that not all labels are bad.
You definitely need a team around you and stuff. You know what I mean?
Do.
Like
Even as an independent artist, you need a team.
Yeah, like the route that I'm taking is like I'm just an independent artist. I'm not signed to any record label or anything, but I am signed to a management company. You know, like Carter Music Management. We do make music together and stuff. You know what I mean? But it's more like I have complete control over my own music. You know, so like I can put out these projects and then I get with them and be like, all right, I want a video, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then we work together. You know?
Right, most definitely. So, any thing else you want to promote or say before we wrap things up today?
Nah, I just major shout outs to you for making this possible. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it for sure. Love Comes, Love Goes is out now exclusively on YouTube, and then we got High Off Money coming out January 11th, and then I think February 11th is the Hayden, but I'm not sure about that date though. But January 11th for sure for High Off Money. And
I can't wait to see that video.
Yeah, that video it's super dope. I actually
both of them really. I can't wait to see both of them really.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. So when they come out and stuff, you want to come on and promote them, definitely give me a heads up and we'll get you on. Make sure we get you on before they come out so people can tap in. And thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you for coming on as well.
Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome. And I want everyone to have a blessed night. And don't forget that you can like, follow, and share after this live is over. Make sure you subscribe to Seductive Peach, the Peach Podcast with Seductive Peach. Make sure you also subscribe to BHILLZ and BHILLZ in the Basement. Definitely a dope stream as well. Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, correct?
Yeah, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. I'm gonna do Instagram too eventually, but I'm trying to get my Instagram numbers up.
Oh, I hear that. Most definitely. That's important. Well, we definitely have organic promo packages for that as well. I don't do bots. We only do organic stuff. So if you ever need anything like that, hit me up.
Okay, for sure.
All right, everyone, you guys have a blessed night. I just want to say real quick, shout out to the Peach Empire Agency artist. Shout out to BHILLZ for coming on the show today. Shout out to everyone that supports us. We definitely appreciate y'all. And until next time, I will have some more flyers posted. And we have shows all this month coming. So just stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe so you get the next live notification. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
All right, thank you.